What's up, YouTube? Big Country 7914 here, back with another tips and tricks video for you. This time, we're working on our putting. I'm going to show you guys my techniques and the procedure that I go through to either drain those long putts or put them just close that we just tap them in for two. We're not putting more than twice on those greens. We're either getting birdies, eagles, or pars. Nothing worse. Before we head over and check out that video, remember, I stream every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time over on Twitch at twitch.tv bigcountry7914. You guys can also follow me over on Instagram and Twitter, bigcountry7914. All the links will be in the description. And if you guys are looking to get some fire merch like this Big Country t-shirt that I'm repping right now, I'll leave the link to the merch store below. Make sure you guys click that, check that out. And also, we have a fantastic Discord community where people are always looking to play and just sharing life adventures with each other. The Shoot Score Happy community. Make sure you guys go check that out. Hit that link down in the description. Guys, remember to subscribe to this channel. Hit that thumbs up. Turn that bell on so you get those notifications every time we drop a new video. And comment below if there's any other tips and trick videos you would like me to do. Without further ado, let's head on over and let me show you what I can do. Alright, so this video here, we're going to be working on our putting. And the tips that I have here is... So what I do is, obviously you're going to want to pay attention to the grid. And if you see right at the front of the ball, the grid lines are moving from right to left. So that means the ball is going to break from the right to the left. But if you kind of keep going up the lines towards the hole, it starts to break left to right. So that means it's going to start off breaking right to left, and then it's going to start breaking left to right. And you're going to kind of want to try to find that medium of where the ball is going to fall. And that's the first thing you want to look at, is where those lines moving. Second thing, you're going to want to look at those vertical lines. So now those lines are coming back towards me. That means you're going to be hitting uphill. So you might need to put a little more oomph on the club to get the ball to the hole. This one, it's not moving that quickly, so you probably won't really have to worry about it. One thing I have noticed in this game is your distance that they kind of set you at right off the rip when you're about to putt is you generally in a good spot. They don't really kind of stray you too far from where you need to be. So I most of the time tend to not move that. So this one's breaking left to right to left and then left to right. It's a little fast right off the beginning, and then it looks like the rest of them are kind of the same speed. So this putt here, I'm just going to move it a little to the right, and then as long as I hit this straight, it should go right in. Again, as I mentioned in our past videos, is your timing on your backswing and then, you know, going through your swing. On your putt here, you want to make sure your line, especially in your putting, you want to make sure that that line is dead up and down straight. Because if you do veer off a little left or right, that it's going to push the club that way, left or right, and it's going to make that ball miss your mark of the break that you're looking for. So this is what we're going to start off this first hole here. We're playing at TPC Deer Park in this Societies tournament here, and this is what the first green that I landed on is looking like right now. So like I said, it's a little break right to left and then left to right, not too fast. I'm gonna go a little bit to the right because it does break a bit. It is moving a little bit at the beginning, and then we'll go from there. I know that was a long-winded explanation of me pretty much just hitting it straight, but kind of want to give you guys the roundabout idea of what you want to be looking at when you're putting.
Looking super.
So you notice I had that pretty dead straight on that line, and that little break right to left, and it landed in perfectly. All right, so this is another good kind of putt. If you look at those vertical lines, they are moving a little more quicker. So it means you're gonna have to hit it up the hill a little bit. And if you see where it's kind of, if you went full, it would be like 19 feet. It's a little bit past the pin, which, like I said previously, they don't really steer you too far away from you for your distance. It's more just moving left to right, trying to get the right break And what I tend to do is I try to find out which of those lines is moving the fastest. And it kind of looks like they're kind of moving about the same. The first line is definitely slower. And then the two middle ones before the cup are moving kind of similar to the same pace. So that's the first thing I want to look at. The next thing I want to is kind of figure out where the break is going to be, where the apex of the break. And what it kind of looks like is like the apex of the break is going to be about right here. That's where you want your apex to be, and that's where it's going to break into the hole. So we're gonna, as long as we hit this up and down pretty straight, we're gonna get it in the cup or very close. Usually when I'm doing this strategy, my goal is to obviously get it in the cup. You'll obviously want a one putt, but if I do miss, it's not missing by a lot, and I can just tap it in for my second putt. So I left it close, but if you notice on the bar on the right there, I missed my stroke. I moved it out to the right, which that pushed that ball out a little more, and which made me miss. But we are close here. Don't really have to worry about the break. You can just go up and down, hit it in, and you're gonna get it in for your second putt. So that's my biggest thing. That's my goal, is to make sure I get it close. That way I'm not going back and forth across the green, you know, putting 3, 4, 5, 6 times when I'm on the green. So this one here, now we're taking a look at it. We're seeing that the lines are all kind of moving pretty fast, but if you notice that one in the middle there, it is moving a little bit faster than the rest. So that's the one I'm gonna kind of want to use as my break point. Kind of want to see where it breaks off a little faster than the rest. About right there. So what I'm aiming for is on that third line. So I'll try to pull this in closer. I'm aiming in for right around here. And what that means is that's where I want my ball to break. I want my ball to stop breaking there and then drift off into the cup. So I want to aim right here at this marker. That's my apex of the break, and that's where I want to start turning into the cup. So let's reset that, because I didn't pay attention to what that was. So another good thing too is if you really kind of want to pinpoint where you are, figure out what that distance was. It was at 23 feet. So this is where I want to aim right here. Boom. This is where I think my apex of the break is going to be. This is where I want to be. And then I'll just move this back out to the 23 feet that it was set previously. And I hit that. So I missed that badly. I obviously did like a little more of a 5 to 11 o'clock break there, not up and down, and I left it a little short of the power. I didn't get the full 40%. I got it a little short. So here's another good example of a putt that you might be using. These lines are moving really quick from left to right. You could try and power it through the break, try to hit it a little harder, and use that pin as your kind of backboard. But sometimes that could backfire on you, and it'll hit the pin hard enough that it'll kick out of the cup. Which I'll try to do this as an example for you right now. If we kind of just try to power through the break here, we'll see what happens.
Oh my. Flew right by
See.
the hole.
You power through the break there, it hits the pin, and it pops off. And that you kind of want to
Let's just try to move
the brake a little bit to the left of the cup and just try to hit it in smoothly. So it's not always the best to try to power through the brakes. So again, this is a pretty straight putt, but I want to kind of show you guys or tell you guys a little technique that I use when I am doing my putting. I pull back on the stick very slowly for that backswing, because you don't really need a tempo here for your putting. You just want to be straight up and down. So I go back really slow until I get to the point where I want to be, and then I move it up.
Well played.
I feel like if you kind of pull down on the stick really quick, you're gonna miss, and it's gonna be too quick, and you're gonna overpower your putts. So if you barely touch it, just get it to pull back just so slightly, you're gonna be all right. It's gonna put you. You're gonna be able to land it into that power, the power percentage that you want for that putt. All right, again, this is another one you're gonna want to try to find the apex of the break, which is okay. Did you see that little kind of? It was like a grab. It looked like the game kind of grabbed your aim. So here's another little trick that I use. If I'm having a hard time finding the apex and I can get that little grab, I'll get there, and then I'll move it a little bit more to either the right or the left, depending on which side you're aiming. And that will kind of, it's a little, I don't know if it's a glitch, I don't know what it is in the game, but it's a little kind of like hesitation that I've noticed, and it definitely helps. So I'll if I could find that, I'll hit that, and then I'll move it a little bit more to the right, because it's not always perfect, but it gets you pretty close. So as long as I can hit this straight, I push it a little bit to the left.
Ah, man.
But it dropped me right next to the pin.
I'd like to get this hole behind
And
us.
we'll two putt. All right, so this one here, it's breaking pretty quick. See that? Let's see if I can get it again. No, didn't do it. Aim a little bit to the left. I pushed that way to the right, and we drained it.
And there's your bogey. Good putt.
So you're gonna just want to try to find that apex. Those are kind of the few examples. It's kind of the strategy that I use. I generally don't more than two putt unless I somehow mess it up on my end. So this is kind of a longer one. It's not really moving a lot, but generally my kind of rule of thumb, if there's a long putt and it's moving a lot of, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, all the way down, I'll tend to just kind of aim in the middle and just kind of hit it the right speed, and hopefully it'll be nice and close. If not, or get lucky and get in, we'll just two putt this. So let's give it a ride and see what happens. So we had the speed was there, and it left us close. We're 6 feet out. There's no break here. Just nice, quick little up and down, right in the cup. Perfect. If you're two putting, and as long as you're making greens in regulation, you're gonna play scratch golf. You could use these little trips. And here's like another big break one. Like I said, I just kind of want to leave it close. Should aim a little bit to the right here. Make sure I got the right speed. Go up and down straight. Let it curl in, curl in, curl in.
Yikes.
And I sit it right next to the pin. Just one touch. Just nice little tap in here. And just two putt.
All right, let's head to the next.
As long as I'm two putting, I'm happy. That's kind of my general goal. So that was my tips and tricks on putting in PGA Tour 2K21. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope my strategy works for you guys. If there's something that you guys do differently that might help me out, it would be greatly appreciated. Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that sub button. Turn on that bell so whenever we drop new videos, you guys will get that notifications. And remember, I stream every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time over on twitch.tv, BigCountry7914. Links will be in the description below. Also, you can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at BigCountry7914. And don't forget to join the Discord. The Shoot Score Happy Discord. It's our little community. So if you would like to be part of our community, we would love to have you. And I'll also leave the link to the merch store down below. It is not the shirt I'm wearing right now, but it was the one I'm wearing at the beginning of the shirt. This is actually the podcast that I'm on. I'll leave the link for the podcast below, so make sure you guys go check that out. If you're a hockey fan, it's a wonderful podcast. I know this is a golf video, but I also do hockey videos. We'll have a couple hockey videos coming up in the future. So make sure you guys hit that sub button, and until next time, hit them straight.
Approach. Nice little chip in for birdie. That was a fine shot.
And whoa, I'm gonna need another look at that one.